Every beginner struggles with this exact same thing. No clients, no portfolio, no portfolio, no clients. It's kind of like a never ending loop. I filmed for celebrities, athletes, influencers, and even the NBA, and I started from absolutely nothing. I'm going to keep this video very, very bare bones and very, very straight to the point. There's kind of like a main content outline per se. Once you kind of get the main framework for how you want to get this portfolio, it kind of just becomes repetitive. So first you want to start off with obviously free work. So number one, free work. So that could mean anything from the following. That could mean family members, small businesses in your local town, or even just personal projects, right? So anything from making YouTube content. So when I talk about small businesses, what do I mean, right? So I'm mainly referring to like your mom and pop pizza shop in your town, right? Who doesn't have any content, who doesn't really focus on that kind of stuff. So you could just go in and literally just be like, hey, look, I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to figure out this camera shit, this videography stuff. Can I just film a free commercial for you, right? So free commercials. This can mean skits for them. This can mean social media content. Kind of like a variety of things, not just like a straightforward, hey, can I take pictures of your food, right? Offer a package. Offer a multifaceted kind of system that you can approach to a client and be like, hey, look, I really want to do this. And the key is to really figure out what you want to shoot, right? So for example, with me, I do everything from concerts, social media marketing for DJ companies, for weddings. I do a lot of things, not just content for restaurants. Actually, I don't think I've done one content for a restaurant, but you want to take these opportunities for free gigs and free things as the trial basis of like, hey, look, this is what I want to shoot in the future, right? So if you want to shoot for restaurants, go to a restaurant. If you want to shoot a wedding, ask a DJ, hey, look, can I come to a wedding and shoot for you? If you want to shoot concerts, reach out to every concert producer, artist that you know and ask them, yo, I just want to shoot for free. This is free content. This is free stuff that you're going to be doing. Also, another way to gain experience is by second shooting here. If you want to get into weddings, you would ask someone who already does weddings, hey, look, I'm looking to gain experience. You don't even got to use my stuff. Can I just second shoot? And then you got to talk to them about, usage rights and all that stuff in between. But second shooting is definitely going to get you spots that you wouldn't have the opportunity to have, especially at weddings. And second shooting could also just mean collabing on YouTube videos, collabing on content pieces, asking someone, hey, can I join along? That's the importance of second shooting. The next thing I want to talk about is spec shooting. So this could be anything from creating a demo reel for some company that you really like. For example, I really like Canon cameras. Okay, cool. Let's film a demo ad for them. Cool. I really like iPhones. Let me make a trailer for an iPhone, like a dummy trailer, like an ad spec trailer. I really like this water bottle right here. Let me make an ad for this water bottle, right? And that's on your creative vision and how you want to show it off. And that all ties into kind of social media marketing and how you want to tag them and use the products for the future. And it really just all depends on, okay, look, I really like this. I want to work with this company. Let me make an ad for them. And the next thing I really want to talk about is presentation. Presentation. And what do I mean by that? By presentation, I mean you want to have clean work. You can't just send in some shitty ass video. You want to put together a website. You also want to put together your IG highlights. And you also want to put together reels that kind of summarize who you are and what you do. So if you really deep dive and think about this, it's all about one thing, right? Presentation is more important than the money in the beginning. You shouldn't strive for making $1 million right away. Obviously, that'd be dope. But the goal is to really just kind of solidify yourself as the guy who knows what he's doing, right? So that means taking free gigs, taking any opportunity you can, and kind of just pushing yourself to develop your skills. By no means I'm the best video editor in the world. By no means am I the best cameraman in the world. But I'm at a position where I kind of just can go to a client and be like, look, I know what I'm doing. Trust me. Here's some of the work I've done related to what you're looking to get done. Pay me. That's like the simple kind of bare bones answer. And again, you don't really need a $5,000 camera or an A-list client to look professional, right? It's just more about setting your foot in the door. And here's kind of like some bonus tips that I've used in my own career and things that have helped me throughout my journey. Network with everybody who you see. Like, please network. It doesn't matter if they're the DJ, if they're just some random janitor walking on the street. Network with everybody because you do not know who they might know. For example, anytime I go to a gig, I always introduce myself to anybody. For example, if I'm shooting at a club, I introduce myself to every single security guard at that venue. I introduce myself to every promoter at the venue, every owner at the venue, every rich dude who has a section at the venue. You kind of just want to say, yo, what's up? This is my name. This is what I do. Show them the IG, and they'll kind of stick with you. Now, I have a very hit or miss interpretation of this next thing I'm about to say. And that's niche down, right? In terms of business, it is really important to niche down. For example, I stick to mainly celebrity, DJ stuff, and kind of just anything in the sense of nightlife, concerts, loud music, shit like that. That's what I mainly do. Whether that includes basketball games and stuff like that. I also know how to do that. But my advice for building a media business and building a social media is very different. With social media, I say don't niche down. Be yourself. Be you. You are the niche. But with media and your business and getting clients, niching down is very, very important. But it doesn't have to be so specific. For example, you don't only have to be the wedding guy, or you don't only have to be the guy who only shoots concerts. You can be like, what I've become is a personality. I'm a personality. People hire me because of who I am, not because, oh, I'm the best in the business. Sure, I am really good at what I do and I could pick up a camera really well. But my main draw is that, look, this guy has motion. This guy has clout, as one can say. This guy knows people. And we appreciate that a little more than a guy who can make a stupid fire video. My next step is document everything. Film everything in terms of your behind the scenes. Don't kind of rely on the fact that, oh, like this is just a gig. You want to assert yourself as an authority in the business. So whenever I'm at a gig, I always film behind the scenes. For example, even just me building this room, I filmed the whole behind the scenes on my Instagram about it. You want to assert yourself as the authority, and the way you do that is by filming behind the scenes, showing clips of you directing people, showing clips of you interacting with people, making a whole storyboard vision, recording YouTube videos, stuff like that. So that's why even on my channel, you'll see just me, like just a week in the life of me doing me. So now that, kind of everything is done, here's a little recap, right? Shoot free work, shoot solid spec work on personal projects, second shoot, and make sure your presentation looks good. That's kind of the 101 on how to just get started. If you're a high school or college, whatever age you are, wherever you're just starting, this is how you get started. So if you have any questions, please feel free to comment below. Likes, comments, subscribe, do all of that. I really appreciate your support. This is for my guys who are just getting started in this scene, so I can't wait to help you out. And yeah, see you later. Peace.